Welcome back everybody, or welcome if you're new here. That sounds so automated at this point, but I feel like I have to say it. My name is Anna. I primarily post on TikTok, but I want to do more YouTube stuff. I feel like a lot of people are, I don't know, I need to differentiate myself. How do I explain that I want to post more on YouTube? I just want to get to know you guys better. And I feel like on my TikTok, just with how the way TikTok is set up, you don't really post anything longer than a couple minutes. And for me personally, I really enjoy long format content. I think that it's much more relaxing. You don't have that weird kind of need to watch another video. You can sit and just be present for a little bit. Even though it's still social media, I like YouTube format a lot, but there obviously are things I like about TikTok too. But on YouTube, I feel like I don't have to cut off what I'm saying halfway through a sentence because I'm scared someone's gonna scroll on me. Again, I don't want to sound like I'm shaming TikTok here, but anyway, if you want to see me on a daily basis, go check out my TikTok because I post pretty much every day, multiple times a day on there. Today, I actually have work in an hour. It is 10:59, work at noon. I am going to quickly do my makeup, pack up a lunch, and get ready to go, but I wanted to do an in-depth makeup routine. For warning, I will not be using any brushes today because they're all very dirty, and I refuse to put a dirty makeup brush on my face if it's dirtier than 3-4 times use. So let's just get started, okay? Start by using these Tula bronzing drops. I've tried the DeBronzi, I've tried the Tarte ones. These are just my favorite. I feel like everyone just has their favorite that they stick with, and these are mine. I don't really use them in the summertime. I only really use them fall going into winter. Actually, I take that back. I use them in the summer for, I know, makeup look, you know, wanting an extra glow. Okay, next things next. I don't use foundation. What I have been using recently is this Dr. Jart BB Makeup Premium Beauty Balm. I don't know, I love this stuff. This stuff's amazing. And I think that the shade match now is pretty much perfect. This summer it was a little pale and yellow, but honestly, I liked the yellow undertone in the summer. I grew to like it because I have a naturally kind of peachy red complexion. So you can even see now, it just kind of balances my face to my neck and chest. So next I go in with this Merit Beauty Stick. You've probably seen it everywhere. I just put it under my eyes, kind of not all the way up next to my eyeball, but kind of in the space between my eyelid crease and my upper cheek because it blends out better in that area. And then I tap her on the pimples as well. Do a quick scan. Sometimes I add a little bit at the outer edge of my eye too. While I blend this out, let me talk about some updates, things that are coming up that I'm excited about. First of all, I am going back to California. I'm so refreshed by that sentence. I'm going back to California. I am going twice in October, and I literally can't wait, you guys. I am so freaking obsessed with California. I want to live there so badly, and I understand that living there would be totally different than vacationing there, but I feel so grounded and so at peace there. Anyway, let me move on from that to another update. Let me first show you the bronzer I use. I use this Westman Atelier bronzer in the shade, oh crap, I ripped the sticker off, so I'm unsure what this shade is. I'll show you what it looks like. I think that in the summertime, it's a little bit too orangey undertone, so I want to find a better tan bronzer. But in the winter, I want a little bit of that warmth back because I am not as dark. So this shade for me is perfect for the winter, but I think I'm going to look for something a little bit more cool toned for the summer, just to really complement my complexion with the changing seasons. Anyway, back to life updates. Matthew is definitely gonna propose soon. This is something that if you have chatted with me at all in the past couple of weeks, you know it's been heavy on my mind, obviously in a good way because I am so excited. Oh, and a bronzer tip, I like to keep it concentrated on the upper half of my cheek, so when I'm blending, I blend kind of up and then into my the actual apple part of my cheek, because I feel like that helps make me look the most sculpted. while also warming up my face, because when I blend down it just starts to look like I maybe rubbed dirt on my face, at least on my complexion. So that's a little tip for you. I have gotten a lot better at doing my own makeup. I used to literally only, when I was a kid, I would do makeup on my dolls. I would set them up and I would have my little MacBook open and I would literally tell the camera what I was doing. I would watch James Charles, Manny MUA, Jeffree Star, all of the classics, and I would copy their makeup tutorials on my dolls. I never did it on my actual face, probably because I was scared of getting in trouble, but I would do makeup on my dolls all the time, and now I get to do those makeup looks on me if I want to, which is so fun. Anyway, let's go back to getting engaged. I don't know when it's happening, which obviously I want. I don't want to know, because that honestly kind of, like, not that it ruins it. I do think that every relationship is so different, and I don't think that you should do something the way someone else is doing it just so you feel a bigger sense of community. Your engagement, your wedding, all of this kind of, like, this whole topic, I am a big believer in your relationship is deeply personal and you should go about things in the way that makes sense for you as a couple. Not on that note, I've been using Toasted Teddy from Rhode as a blush shade recently. I have other shades of blush, but this one has just been hitting. I don't know if it's because it's the fall season and this darker, warm terracotta color is just what I needed. Oh, I just love it, especially on my little bit of paler skin right now. I think that it makes me look healthy and sun-kissed. Like, here, I'll show you guys the blend on here. Oh, that is just so beautiful to me. I love it. Rhode, you ate. I actually went to Sephora to check out the Rhode stuff. I think it was last weekend, and oh my gosh, there were so many girlies just like surrounding the counter. I'm gonna be honest, I was already overwhelmed because I went to the Sephora at the mall because I went before one of my shifts. All the girlies are excited about the Rhode, as they should be, but I was really scared walking in there. I think that it's pretty toned down now because I went a day after it launched in Rhode. I feel like it's harder to be myself on here because I'm not used to recording on YouTube as much, so I need to get better at it because obviously I just need to get better at it. Okay, this is what I would normally use for powder, but I don't have a clean brush, so we're just gonna go powderless today. I don't set anything with powdered products unless I have a big event. When I'm just going to work, I just kind of put this stuff on to make me feel a little more put together. Okay. I didn't show this product, hold on. I use, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze with their spoolie that is so dirty. I need to get a new spoolie because I feel like these, like, after a certain while you can try and clean them, but they just don't stay clean. Or maybe I'm just cleaning my spoolie wrong. I just rinse mine in water. I don't know if that's what you're supposed to do, but that's what I've been doing. I just brush my brows up like this. I have really thick eyebrows, guys, and it's because my mom's side of the family is from the Middle East, so that's the reasoning for all that. Hair. I'm hairy everywhere. I really actually want to get laser hair removal. I just don't know if it'd actually work on me, because I have heard from people that aren't even really that hairy that it grows back. I don't know if it's because they just haven't done enough sessions yet or whatever, but I'm not gonna pay $300 because I'm pretty sure it's probably, actually, I'm talking out of my butthole right now because I really have no idea how much it costs to get laser hair removal. Also, the eyelash curler I use, here's the difference. Hold on, let it focus. It's a Japanese brand and I don't want to try to pronounce it because I'm afraid I won't pronounce it correctly. Okay, hold on. Let's get in there. I have to focus. I actually get a lot of questions about mascara, so let me go into depth here. This is the This is the Tartelette XL Tubing Mascara from Tarte in shade black. I will never go back to a non-tubing mascara ever again in my life because this changed my life. Truly, it changed my life. Tubing mascara is so much better for a myriad of reasons. Number one, okay, the actual fibers extend further than where your lash ends, so it actually is adding a tiny bit of what looks like hair at the top, which is different than just adding black on your lashes to make them look thicker. Number 2, when you remove it at night, all you have to do is rub your eyes with water and it comes right off. It's not a scrub process and you don't get raccoon eyes. I have cried in this mascara, I have swam in this mascara, and it comes off in such a way where you can just wipe instead of rub. Which also leads into the third reason of lash health, because since you're not scrubbing your eyelashes and rubbing them off every night when you take off your mascara, you're losing way less, you're having less lash damage, I think is how you would phrase it, because you're not having to scrub your eyelashes off every time you take off your mascara. I'm used to editing TikTok videos, which take me like 45 minutes at the most, depending on what it is that I'm editing. YouTube videos take me hours to edit. Anyway, guys, let me describe the vibe I want for my engagement, okay? So, first of all, if he does it in, where do I live? Wisconsin or Minnesota, in a very private garden. I do not want him to go to a public place and propose to me. I want it to feel very intimate. Public places just don't do it for me. So either a very, very private, lush garden, I don't know where you're gonna find that, but that's kind of the vision that I have, or somewhere near the water that is, again, very secluded, very private. That's option 1. Option 2, if he's going to do it here and not on a trip, is in a big fat field, but I want it to be kind of very romantic, very whimsical, and I think you can really achieve that look in the Midwest in an open field near a farm. And I think that vibe would also go really well for the fall time. I think he's gonna do it this fall. I would honestly be surprised with how he's been acting, and you girls who have been proposed to understand this, but with how he's been acting, I just have a feeling that it's gonna happen really soon. I don't know how to describe it. There's not necessarily a certain phrase that he has said or mannerism he has acted out that makes me feel so decisive about this, but I have a gut feeling that it's gonna happen really soon, which I'm not gonna complain about. Also, this is part of my makeup routine. I use this, you can see the little bits of tube mascara that are still on it, but I use this lash separator to separate the tops of my lashes so they're not super clumped, because I don't like a clumped look. I accidentally ended that video, which is fine because I'm almost done with my makeup. I just have to do my lips. I have been wearing one of 2 lip products recently. I either wear this one from Summer Fridays, which is their brown sugar flavor, or I'm wearing this one, focus, from Rhode. It's the espresso flavor. I think espresso might be the vibe today. And it's not too dark. I'll show you guys what it looks like on. It kind of looks like what the chocolate Summer Fridays looked like on, if you guys remember that. It was a seasonal one last year, I'm pretty sure. But let me show you what I'm wearing to work before I wrap up this video. But let me also give you a close-up of what my makeup looks like. Very dewy, very natural. Honestly, doesn't really look like I'm wearing that much makeup at all. But let me show you what I'm wearing. This dress I actually got on Aerie for $23. It's originally $80, but I got it on Aerie for $23. I'm wearing my brown boots from Reformation to match. I felt like this dress called for a pair of boots, and then I'm gonna wear this cardigan draped over my shoulders from Reformation for a full monochromatic outfit. Alright guys, I really have to go because otherwise I'm gonna be late, but I love you, YouTube, and I love you guys so much. Hope you guys are having an amazing day.